Welcome to Soft Power Investment, the podcast about building influence, connection, and authority. I am your host, Dr. Bobuso, and each week I explore how everyday actions, relationships, and ideas create the kind of impact money can buy. Now, let's get into today's story. Maggie teaches entrepreneurship and personal finance at a high school in a working class neighborhood where most students never hear adults talk about ownership, credit, or building something for themselves. Their family work hard but rarely accumulate. The schools teach compliance more than creation. Maggie decides her classroom will be different. She stops teaching concepts in the abstract and starts teaching them through the problems students already face. Budgeting becomes a conversation about what the parents face every month. Business planning becomes a conversation about the corner store that could expand if someone understood cash flow. Credit becomes a conversation about why the family car costs twice what it should. Maggie does not stop at the bell. She stays available after school for students who want to dig deeper. She connects her strongest students with local business owners who agree to share 1 hour a month answering others' questions. She builds a small business pitch competition that invites judges from local banks and city offices not to perform, but to give students a genuine audience for real ideas. She keeps records of every student who shows unusual curiosity or discipline, not for grades, but for future introductions. She writes specific letters of recommendation that describe what a student actually did, not what she hopes for them. Over the years, Maggie has built a quiet network of alumni, mentors, and business owners who see Maggie's classroom as a pipeline they want to stay connected to. 5 years in, something starts to show. Former students come back. One opens a small shop and hires 2 classmates who sat in Maggie's room the same year. Another wins a small business grant and credits the pitch competition as the moment she learned to talk about money without apologizing. A third joins a city economic development committee and pushes for financial literacy programs in schools across the district. Local investors start asking Maggie which students they should pay attention to. A community development organization invites her to help design a mentorship program. City officials reference a classroom when they talk about local workforce development. Maggie is still a teacher with a teacher's salary, but her classroom has become an economic engine that others want to tap into. When her results become visible, attention arrives with strings attached. A district administrator suggests scaling the model in a way that removes her from the design. A corporate sponsor offers funding tied to curriculum changes that prioritize the brain over student outcomes. A local politician wants to be photographed in a classroom during an election cycle. Each offer sounds like support. Each one carries a cost Maggie can feel before she can fully name it. She has spent years building trust with students, family, alumni, and community partners. That trust is built on the fact that a classroom exists for the students, not for anyone else's agenda. The moment she trades that clarity for visibility or funding, the whole thing changes. Maggie protects the classroom by protecting the principal. She accepts support that improves student outcome and declines support that diverts them. She documents her methods clearly enough that other teachers can adopt them without needing a permission, which means the work spreads even if someone tries to contain her specifically. She brings alumni back as guest instructors so the knowledge loops runs through the community, not just through her. She builds the network wide enough that no single donor, official, or administrator can dismantle it by pulling out a single thread. The classroom becomes a node in something larger than the school building. And that structure is what keeps it safe. Maggie starts by teaching finance to teenagers in a neighborhood most investors overlook. Over time, she builds a pipeline of capable, connected people who go on to create jobs, access capital, and shape local policy. Her influence does not come from her title, her salary, or her platform. It comes from the compounding return of young people who learn in a room that ownership is possible and that they are capable of doing that. That is soft power investment. The classroom outlived the lesson because Maggie treated every student as a long-term asset in the community's future, not a short-term metric in her own career. The question for you is simple. In the knowledge and experience you carry right now, who could you teach, connect with, or equip in a way that keeps paying returns long after you leave the room? Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who believes in leading through action, trust, and creativity. And remember, soft power is about consistency, credibility, and care. Until next time, keep investing in what truly builds your influence and your reputation.